Okay, so last month on the 27th, jezuzfreek777 makes a shitty video called prop8 and gogreen18. Let's discuss. So, Jesus Freak, you said something like certain countries in the world have a greatly reduced influx of new life. And, the way they counter this is with sort of rewarding people for having children with cash payouts. Now listen, I'm in one of those countries. We give cash payouts here in Australia to some people when they have children, and that's called the baby bonus. And most people look at this as a pretty sort of scummy thing. No one really likes the idea of 16-year-old kids getting knocked up by their 25-year-old scummer boyfriends and living in trailers. It's not a good thing. In Australia and in America, I know there are lots of immigrants. Don't worry, mate. The what did you call it? A greatly reduced influx of new life isn't really that much of a problem. There are lots of people in India and China and Africa, the Middle East. They want to come to our countries because their countries suck and their countries are overpopulated. In fact, the whole freaking world is overpopulated. We don't have a greatly reduced influx of new life. We have a ridiculously increased influx of new life over the past century. So, the cash bonuses are not a reward. We don't need to reward people for having kids. We just need more immigrants and less kids. Also, more taxpayers doesn't mean a better economy. It doesn't increase the longevity of your nation, because there are so many other factors as to what makes an economy go bad. For example, unemployment. Well, it'd be a great idea if we have heaps and heaps and heaps of people in the workforce, but if they're all bums, or if they're all, on part-time jobs at Walmart, what good is that? No, we need people, we need qualified electricians, we need lawyers, teachers, and doctors. Of course, we do need people to bag our groceries, but, that's what 15-year-old kids are for. So, it all boils down to, insofar as your argument, Jesus Freak, that tax breaks are all about procreation. Are they really? Are they? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I mean, I know that the American government doesn't have the best track record. Mine doesn't either, Bush, Howard. But I don't think they're that stupid. I mean, come on. The next sort of umbrella point that you make is you talk about the separation of church and state and how people take it too far. Well, in gogreen18's marriage proposal, the video she made, I don't think that she was taking it too far at all. I think that it made perfect sense, and it was far more respectful to people who weren't Christian or particularly Christian, who didn't subscribe to one of the major religions. There are plenty of people out there, atheists, pantheists, agnostic, non-religious people who have a spirituality that, we need to respect them, and, we need to put them on the same level as Christians and Jews who want to get married and do things conventionally. Now, even if what you say is true, and that marriage is necessary and the government needs to endorse it, the civil union proposition that gogreen18 made, it encapsulates all of that anyway. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether gay people have kids or not. The fact is that, they're still going to be gay, and they're still going to want to be together and still going to want to stay with their life partner. Just denying them the legal rights is not going to change that. It's not going to stop the fact that they aren't going to have any children. I mean, they may have children, yes, they may adopt, but they're not creating extra children, they're just adopting. If you're really concerned about not having enough people in your workforce, then stick in the civil union. Be respectful to people who aren't necessarily Christian or religious. Be respectful to gay people, and have baby bonuses, or rather than marriage bonuses, marriage incentives, because really what you're saying is that marriage is about, or the reason why the government is endorsing marriage is because they're endorsing procreation. So stop endorsing a religious ritual and just start endorsing procreation itself. Cut out the middleman. So finally, at the end of your video, you mentioned Prop 8. And you talk about the family unit and how California has made a stand. Look, I've been to California. Yes, it's a beautiful place. I'm not going to bitch about it. But why do the people in California who vote in Prop 8, I don't really know. I haven't really been keeping up too much with the political news. But, why do the people who necessarily believe that Prop 8 is a good or valid thing have to impose it upon other people so that they can protect their family unit? They can have a family unit. They can have the proper nuclear family. That's fine. But why do other people have to ascribe to that? It's not necessary. And you close with a statement about God. You close with a statement about God, you idiot! For Christ's sake, you're preaching your views to people who obviously disagree with you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be saying them because you wouldn't need to. You're trying to convince people. So, why are you talking about God? Way to fucking discredit yourself, man. Hang on, I've got a quote here. God has commanded us to abide by marriage in our lives. Buddy, I don't believe in your God. Neither does gogreen777, and neither do most of the people that you're reaching out to. Please, just lend yourself a little bit of credibility and stop trying to ram your fucking book down our throats. Be rational, man. Keep it real.